Krystal Urlaub, and I'm an account manager on the paid search side here at JumpFly.
What was your first defined role at JumpFly, and do you still hold that today, or have you worked your way up?
No, I started in JumpFly about 15 years ago as what was called an assistant at the time, which is now called a specialist on the paid search team. And then now I hold the role of account manager.
So, how have your responsibilities evolved from going from a specialist to a account manager?
Drastically. So, being a specialist, you're more of the behind the scenes, writing the ad copy, doing the keyword research. Account management, you're more client facing, as well as doing more of the data analysis into the accounts.
Has needing to adapt to new responsibilities been challenging? Did you kind of just transition into them easier? What was that like taking on more responsibility here?
It's really been a transition for me because I've been here for so long. I started to do all of the specialist roles. And then once I was super comfortable with those roles, then I started kind of asking to help out more, do a little bit more deep diving into accounts. And then that kind of led into the account management role.
So, is there a skill or quality that you've developed as an account manager that maybe you didn't initially expect to?
I think really it's been a lot of just client management and expectations and learning about the various personalities and who likes what kind of data and that type of thing. So I think, you think of account management as more of just the numbers, but it really is learning your clients and building that connection with them.
So, why do you think clients choose JumpFly, and what's kept you passionate about working here?
I think clients choose JumpFly for the experience here. A lot of us here have been here at JumpFly for years, which is, not heard of a lot, but I think that clients like the expertise. I think that clients like the one-on-one attention. They have a team, they have support, they know who they're talking to, and we're easily able to be reached, and we answer everybody pretty promptly.
So, strong communication is obviously key in account management. What's your approach to keeping client and internal communication smooth and effective?
I'm very type A. So I have multiple notes. Every call we have notes. I send agendas before the client calls with everything that I plan on talking about, all of the data. That way, clients can also let me know before we have calls what kind of information they want. We have regularly scheduled calls and one offs, whatever the client really needs. And just really meticulous notes. And that way, we kind of are able to refer back to them and answer all those questions.
So, what's one thing about your day to day work in PPC that might surprise somebody who isn't in the advertising world?
I was shocked how much math there is. So before, you hear marketing and you think, oh, I'm going to sit in a room and brainstorm and it's going to be, project boards and ideas and all of this stuff. But really it's a lot of data and seeing what works, what doesn't, being able to analyze and make decisions then based and pivot your strategies based on that data. So I think that was the biggest thing was, all of the math that was involved.
Is there a certain type of client that you consider yourself particularly successful in, whether that be a certain industry or a certain business goal like a lead gen or an e commerce?
No, I think both of them, it's all still the same principle, whether they're e-com or not. The easier accounts to manage are definitely probably e-com, just because you have that return, you know that there's that purchase. With lead gen, it tends to be a little bit more communication with the client on the back end to see what actually turned into those leads, because we can track the lead on the front end, but whether or not they were actually able to close and do that product or service, then get that revenue number, that's a little tougher.
Is there a piece of advice you could give to somebody who is just starting out in PPC marketing?
Try not to be so overwhelmed at first. So there's a lot to learn. And, you think, oh, you just slap up some keywords, you pick a bid strategy and you're done. But there's really a lot more to it, ad copy and which keywords are working and how to break them out and which campaigns and where to push your budget. It's a lot of different things that go into it and a lot of new things to learn when you first start out.
Where do you see the future of PPC marketing going, and how do you plan to stay ahead in it?
In the last 15 years, when we first started, it was all about the keyword and your position. Those were the number two, the two things that you looked at and just adjusting bids. And kind of as it's evolved over the years, there has been a lot of AI, there has been a lot more smart technology. So When we first heard about smart bidding, we were like, what are we going to do? That's all, it was such a big part of our day. And then you learn that it becomes more than about other strategies. So even as things become more automated on different things, that's still not going to take away from the fact that you need to learn how the AI tools work and how to best utilize them for the client.
So, is there a certain trend that excites you in PPC, and how does JumpFly adapt to these changes to support clients?
JumpFly is always looking to learn. So we have Google reps who come in and give us training on those things. We're always trying to find articles and new things on our own just to kind of read up and stay up to date. I think really kind of the AI is the biggest push right now, and where that's going to be going. I think the new things with images that you can create, kind of taking some of that off the hands of the client and being able to kind of create those things on our own and be able to utilize them has been really exciting.
So, is there a successful story you could share about something you did with one of your clients that really made an impact on their business?
I think that the biggest thing that I've enjoyed with clients, and just this is numerous clients, is you have a client come to you with a small budget, and you're able to put those different things that we've learned to work for them and actually grow their business. I have several clients where they've started out with smaller budgets, and now we've doubled or even tripled the budgets and seen those conversions. And I've been able to hear the stories of the employees that they've been hiring and different things like that. So I think that's one of the most rewarding parts of the job.
All right, Krystal, thank you.
Thank you.